Imagine standing in a place so cold, your skin would freeze in seconds. No trees. No food. No shelter. Temperatures drop below -60 degrees. For humans, this is instant death. But here's the crazy part. Some animals don't just survive here. They live, hunt, raise families, and thrive. So how is that even possible? Today, we're going deep into Antarctica. To uncover how life survives where it shouldn't exist at all. Setup: the extreme world. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. It's colder than your freezer. Colder than the Arctic. Stronger winds than hurricanes. And months of complete darkness. Food is limited. Water is frozen. And the environment is constantly trying to kill you. If a human were dropped here without protection, hypothermia would begin within minutes. So the question is not just, how do animals survive? The real question is, what makes them so different from us? Penguins, the icon. Let's start with the most famous survivors, penguins. Emperor penguins live through the harshest winters on the planet. They don't migrate. They don't escape. Instead, they adapt. Their bodies are covered in dense feathers that trap heat. Underneath, a thick layer of fat acts like insulation. But the real secret? They huddle together. Thousands of penguins gather in tight groups, sharing warmth. They rotate positions so no one stays on the freezing edge for too long. Even their feet are designed to survive ice. Their blood flow adjusts to prevent heat loss. It's not just survival. It's a perfectly engineered system. Seals, master of cold water. Now imagine jumping into freezing water. For humans, it would be shock. Your body would shut down fast. But seals? This is their home. Seals have thick blubber, sometimes over 10 centimeters deep. This fat layer keeps their body warm even in icy water. They also have a unique ability to slow their heart rate, which helps conserve oxygen during deep dives. Some seals can stay underwater for over an hour. In a place where breathing itself is difficult. They've mastered it. Ice fish, the craziest adaptation. Now here's something almost unbelievable. There are fish in Antarctica that have no hemoglobin in their blood. That means, their blood is nearly clear. In normal conditions, this would kill them. But Antarctic ice fish evolved differently. Their bodies produce natural antifreeze proteins. These proteins stop their blood from freezing. Even in sub-zero temperatures. Think about that. Water around them is freezing. But their blood stays liquid. This is survival at a level humans can't even imagine. Birds and migration strategy. Not all animals stay in Antarctica forever. Some birds use a different strategy, timing. They arrive during summer, when temperatures are slightly less deadly. They breed, raise their young, and leave before winter hits. This is survival through movement. They don't fight the environment. They work around it. Darkness and mental survival. Antarctica is not just cold. It's dark. For months, there is no sunlight at all. This affects not just humans, but animals too. So how do they deal with it? Many animals rely less on vision. And more on sound, smell, and instinct. Some follow internal biological clocks. Others depend on group behavior. It's a reminder that survival is not just physical. It's also about adaptation of behavior. Key survival secrets. So what's the real secret behind all of this? It comes down to a few powerful principles. Insulation, fat and feathers to trap heat. Adaptation, bodies built for extreme cold. Behavior, huddling, migration, cooperation. Evolution, millions of years of change. These animals didn't learn to survive. They became survival itself. Powerful ending. Antarctica looks like a place of death. Cold. Empty. Lifeless. But in reality, it's full of life that refused to disappear. Life that adapted, changed, and overcame the impossible. And maybe that's the biggest lesson here. Survival is not about strength. It's about adaptation. Because even in the harshest place on Earth, life always finds a way. Optional end line. If life can survive here, imagine what it can survive anywhere. You might think Antarctica is just ice and emptiness. But what if I told you? This place is still changing, still alive, and still hiding survival tricks we don't fully understand. Because the real shock is not that animals survive here. It's how perfectly they survive something that should destroy all life. And some of these survival methods are so extreme. They sound almost unreal. The body freezing problem. Let's be clear about something. In normal conditions, if a human body drops below freezing, ice starts forming inside your cells. That means your organs begin to fail. Your brain slows down. Your blood thickens. And within minutes, survival becomes impossible. Now think about Antarctica. This is not just below freezing. This is extreme cold that can freeze exposed skin in seconds. So how do animals avoid this? The answer is not just fat or fur. It's chemistry inside their bodies. Some animals produce natural antifreeze proteins. These proteins literally stop ice crystals from forming inside their blood. Imagine your body refusing to freeze, even in a freezer that never turns off. That is not adaptation. That is biological engineering. The wind that feels like attack. Now let's talk about something most people ignore. Antarctica is not just cold. It is violent. Winds here can reach hurricane-level speeds. And because there are no trees, no mountains in many areas, nothing slows them down. That means animals are constantly hit by freezing air moving at extreme speed. So what do? Penguins don't fight it. They lower their bodies, reduce surface exposure, and huddle tightly. It's not random behavior. It's a survival system against invisible force. Even their shape helps. Their round bodies reduce wind resistance, so air flows around them instead of breaking through them. Nature didn't just place them here. It built them for this exact battlefield. The most shocking part, under ice life. Now this part feels almost impossible. Under all that ice, there is an entire world. Dark water. No sunlight. No warmth. And yet, life exists. Fish, tiny organisms, and even predators moving silently under frozen ceilings. Some fish don't even have red blood like us. Their blood is clear or pale because they don't rely on oxygen the same way. And here's the shocking thought. If you removed all surface life in Antarctica, there would still be a hidden ecosystem surviving underneath. A world completely cut off from sunlight, yet still alive. It makes you question something deeper. How much life on Earth are we actually seeing? And how much is hidden from us? The real secret of survival. After everything we've seen, the truth becomes simple. Animals don't survive Antarctica because they are strong. They survive because they are specialized. Every feature has a purpose. Fat is not extra weight, it is heat protection. Feathers are not decoration, they are insulation layers. Group behavior is not social, it is survival strategy. Nothing is wasted. In Antarctica, even a small weakness is fatal. So only the most adapted forms of life remain. So next time you look at Antarctica and think it's lifeless, remember this. It is not empty. It is not dead. It is one of the most extreme survival zones on Earth. And the animals living there are not just surviving. They are rewriting what survival even means. Because if life can exist here, Then maybe survival is possible in places we still think are impossible.